Welcome to Killco. If you are lost, I am sorry. But this is not a whiskey review channel, not a really great gaming channel. It's just my channel. So now's the time to leave if you want. I'm doing a mini review, first of its kind, because it is literally a mini bottle. Glenlivet 18. Not to be confused with about the other 20-something odd Glen somethings in the wild, but there you go. Let's see something here. There, that's a little better. So, I don't know what to say about this. I think I've had Glenlivet before. I have a Glenfiddich over here, but all in all, I don't think I've had Glenlivet in quite a while, and I saw this one on the shelf, and I thought, well, cool, I'll try this one. It was like $5. No worries. I don't know much about it other than the Scotch. I mean, what else is there to know? I can try to read the tiny print for you, but that's not exactly quality entertainment. I am looking for, there we go, 43%. Not bad. And this is 18 years. So what I like to do with older whiskeys is think about what was I doing 18 years ago. So let's see. -8. -10. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was 21. So I was just starting to legally drink, I think. Unless I just did math wrong. Hold on. Yeah, 10 years from today. Oh wait, it's 9. Hold on. Let me point out to everyone who's watching, I'm not good at math. So it's 1999. It's 2019. -10. 2009. -8. There it is. -8. 2001. Am I right? I got to think about it. Or is it 2002? No, it's got to be 2000. I'm really not helping myself for being an intelligent person right now. Anyway, I was younger, let's say. I don't want to say my exact age because that's no fun. I like to keep people guessing about how old I am. I don't dress like I probably should for my age, but good. Anyway, now that rambling's out of the way. Glenlivet 18. So 18 years ago, I clearly don't know what the hell I was doing. I know I was not in a great spot because I haven't been in a great spot for the longest of times. Enjoy Glenlivet responsibly. I will. It is a Sunday and I'm at home, and it's actually during the day for once, which is not my norm if you've watched any of the other so-called review videos I've done. But those are all in December, so yeah, it was dark real quick. Here we go. Doing the pour. Kind of sucks that I don't get to hear the popping now noise, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All of it. This is $5. Alright. Now I should point out from the get-go, I haven't had Glenlivet in a very long time. I've never had Glenlivet 18. That's why this is a mini review, because I found the mini bottle. I was like, holy shit, yes, give it. That looks like about 2 ounces. Actually, I don't know how much is in here. It's 50 milliliters, I think. Yeah, 50 milliliters. So however much that is in American screwy amounts is what's in the glass. And it looks lovely. And it smells like a Scotch. I know that doesn't help anyone who's actually looking for a review. And I won't apologize because I said at the start, not really a review channel, more of a interest in whiskey person. I am not an expert in this at all. At all. I love whiskey. I'm not an expert. I just like talking about it. Oh, it's got that must, that funky kind of weirdness that I don't always like. And it's one of the things that turns me off from scotches. There's always some kind of a cloy. I don't want to say peat. That's definitely not it. all I can really say is a funk or maybe like a mushroom-ish kind of smell, if you've ever smelled mushrooms. I mean, there are a lot of different mushrooms, but I don't want to call it a fungal smell either. That doesn't sound great, but I guess that's what I just said. So the smell is a little off-putting to me. Most scotches are, and this is actually a much older scotch than I've had in a while. I have a distinct feeling I've had a older something in one of my early reviews when I was doing the advent calendar. It smells really nice, actually, once you get used to it. There are like fruit notes or something underneath it, which is nice. Enough talking. Drink the damn whiskey. Wow. Yeah, man. I gotta get a bottle of Glenlivet. Maybe not the 18 because I don't want to think about how much that probably is, but as far as a scotch goes, that was wonderful. I'm not very good at putting tastes to words. I'm better at kind of giving a general feeling rather than something as specific as a tasting note. That's the one reason I don't call myself an expert. I have this, I don't want to call it a storytelling way of drinking whiskey, but that's kind of how it is. It's I can't say, oh yes, I taste this, 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 and this. I can only say this is what it makes me feel when I drink it. And it's not always like a taste. It's more of an experience. I know Daniel on the Whiskey Vault does this a lot, where he will get a certain taste, and that will remind him of a certain time. And that's the easiest thing for me to do, is just skip over being like, it's exactly this. I don't know what exactly it is. I didn't even keep it in my mouth long enough to figure it out, because I don't like to analyze the first taste. I just want to drink it, experience it, and go from there. So, to analyze, I can't tell much about it other than it's scotch. I know how helpful that is, but I'm sorry. Again, not exactly a review channel. I will never claim to be an expert on whiskey. Even if I get a medallion, even if I get to level 4, which Daniel isn't even at, and I definitely won't be ever, I would never call myself an expert in whiskey, because that feels like a snobbish thing to do. I have some people who are actual experts in whiskey. Links to the doobly-doo below. If you want to go watch their videos, it is their job, or was their job for at least one of them, I think, they were involved in whiskey in every way. They worked in distilleries, they analyze it, they sell it. Those guys are incredible. And of course, if you want to look at the reviews below, I have a long list of other YouTube channels that are actually people who review because they like doing it. I like drinking whiskey. I like thinking about whiskey. I like talking about whiskey. I'm not the one to give notes. I'm not the one to write things down. I just want to have the experience and share the experience. That's it. So that's the whole theme of this channel. Is I drink whiskey with other people who are curious at best, or just starting. Because again, I've only started drinking whiskey in this kind of manner since 2 years ago. The whiskey tribe itself started up a little over 2 years ago. I think it's probably almost 3. Yikes. Oh, anyway. So that is my expertise, so to speak, is that I'm not an expert. I've just gotten very involved in the YouTube community with whiskey in particular. And I've also always had an interest in PC gaming and all that kind of thing. This is nice. This is a nice day for it too. It's nice and cool. Scotch is coming. I think I'm gonna start doing a lot more Scotch reviews. I have this right here. This is 4 different Glenmorangie. So there's another Glen name. Glenmorangie, what am I having? Glenlivet, Glenfiddich. Right here, 3 different Glen names. Scotch is weird. They like to use the same word at the start, or they like to make it so it's very hard to pronounce. More power to them, says I. An actual analyzed sip. Here we go. You can taste the grain. It's not aggressive at all for a Scotch. If you are introducing yourself to Scotch, and I did a video recently of talking about slowly getting used to different types of whiskey, mostly just Irish and Scottish. Um, this would be a great one. Just Glenlivet in general, Glenfiddich, um, and of course, I think this one would be good too, Glenmorangie. But it depends on what kind it is, because I bet, and I could be wrong because I don't know, I bet Glenlivet has something that's peated. I bet most of these guys that start with Glen are either considering or do have a peated whiskey of their own because they're Scotch, and that was their thing, peating stuff. Um, the Irish did it too way back in the day, but they don't do it anymore as much, other than Connemara, which is wonderful. But for this one, this is a beautiful introduction to Scotch. I mean, I want a bottle of this. I really do. And that's saying something because I don't often go for Scotch. The go-to Scotch for me is Johnny Walker Black. Why? It's popular. It's one popular, easy access, not expensive. That's why I like it as a Scotch. It is not my absolute favorite. I haven't even picked out exactly what my absolute favorite Scotch is, other than this one. And this is a special bottling, like Glenfiddich, unsurprisingly. So they did do a kind of a smoky, peated, sweet thing. This is probably what I was thinking about, honestly. I don't know if they did peat. I just know they finished it in the rum cask, but I don't know what else they did to it. And this is also 43%. But this is a favorite of mine. Absolutely, I would give this to anybody interested in Scotch, but it might be a little too aggressive, but it's also very sweet. So, the hardest thing to do, I'm sorry, that was very loud. The hardest thing to do, in my experience with whiskey, and this is something I'm doing personally, is I'm doing whiskey tastings for friends and family and anyone who's interested, honestly. Haven't found many people yet. Getting to know someone's tastes without having them try food or drink in front of you is hard. But there are a lot of little niches and quirks that people have. The easiest one I've found and the most direct is, well, how do you have your coffee? Or even if they don't drink coffee, what do you put in your tea? If they don't drink tea, what kind of soda do you like? You start with some kind of base level drink for them. And usually coffee works because in America everyone drinks coffee or espresso or whatever. And you can get their taste preferences just by the way they make their tea or their coffee or the kind of soda they like. If they like soda, they probably like bourbons. If they like tea, they might like a bourbon. They might like Irish. I think anyone would like Irish, honestly. If you don't like Irish, I don't trust you. And that's just my Irish heritage coming out, I think. But for most beginners, bourbons in America are very common. Irish is also very common and underappreciated because of Jameson and big name brands like that everywhere, and they're just shots and it's a thing. American culture likes to take shots, but Scotch you wouldn't really take a shot of. Scotch is where it gets kind of wobbly, and that's where you can find out the people who really like black coffee, and you're like, oh, you do? Well, have you ever had a peated Scotch, or have you ever had a peated Irish? My phone always has to go off once, doesn't it? Oh well, I'm not editing that because I'm lazy. So I am pleasantly surprised by this mini review. I did not expect it to be this tasty. There's still a few drops in there. God damn it. But thank you for watching my mini review. I guess I have to say all the stupid stuff people say at the end because I don't have sponsors or income of any sort. So like, subscribe, share any of my videos with anyone for whiskey knowledge, we'll say. I'm not an expert, but I like whiskey. And I like to share my experiences with it over the past few years with others. Anyway, till the next video. Probably one this week, I hope. Maybe two. Stay magnificent, you bastards. And cheers.